So we're just going to take a few moments to arrive, whatever that means to you. And that could just be the simplicity of taking a breath or feeling the sit bones on the earth. It could be lying down, it could be just sitting down. And we're just going to sense and feel, as it were. Nothing to achieve, nothing to get to, just a very simple tuning in and checking in. So, an impersonal invitation to release expectation. And when I say that, that's an invitation that doesn't require a separate self to initiate it. In the same way, one mouth could say, take a deep breath, and another body could take a deep breath. There's no chooser involved. It's just what appears to happen. And so, an impersonal invitation for a simple release of tension and expectation. In this, there is no agenda to get somewhere else. There's just the openness of what is appearing to happen. Whatever appears is equally that. Equal. Total equality. The equanimity of sensation, any thinking, any ideas or abstracting that might be going on. Any tension or stress that may be floating around. It's all just the simplicity and what can appear in the simplicity as well. It's just a very simple easing of certain things that don't serve the body, we could say. And perhaps the heart can relax. And all of the space around the heart center, the myocardium itself, the chest, the lungs, the diaphragm. And everything in that space just release. Whatever that means for each and everybody here. Without an anticipating of something else, could there just be an apparent opening up and releasing of anything that's perhaps not so needed? Feel inclined to just carry on with this for a while. So if at any point you get uncomfortable seated, then you're most welcome to lie down. I don't feel inclined today to introduce very much movement, so we'll just keep it relatively simple and still for the meantime. And in that, there can just be a bathing in sensation and vibration. And I'll just keep talking, saying things. You can filter out my voice as much or as little as you like. Pay as close or as little attention to what I'm saying, because this isn't about figuring something out. This isn't about making something change or become different. Throughout this session, there almost certainly will be apparent changes within the body's expression. But we're not trying to get somewhere else, not trying to stay here either. It's just simply what is appearing to happen. If at any point you want to move or stretch or sigh, then this is wonderfully welcome. But if you're comfortable being seated or laying down and just bathing in that expression, that posture, that sensationality, then it can be just an ongoing, this dissolving into that, melting into that, everything equally embraced. Nothing pushed away or pulled towards. Nothing investigated and nothing ignored, just it. It just is. The eyes are closed. There's a gentle invitation for the body to really feel itself on a psychosomatic level, more and more deeply. It means that sensation can amplify in its radiance without it being particularly deemed positive, negative, or neutral. Even the thoughts that might say so are just also that oceanic, vibrant wonder of this appearance. Or whatever might be sensed, felt, or deemed as discomfort here, if there is such a thing. This is just as radiant and iridescent as anything that could be deemed as comfortable or pleasant. It's all equal. Here the body is allowed to simply bathe in that, and as that sensation and vibration without a sense of journey and destination. Once the whole field of the nervous system can feel into itself through the sensations in all the different regions of the body, like an open meadow of pure elemental sensuality. From the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, from the front of the body to the back of the body. From the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere. And deep inside the tissues and the bones, to the external surface of the skin. All dimensions of the body open wide and radiant like a field of sensationality. All sensation and vibration in the body equal, perhaps even rhythmic. Any tingling or pulsating. Heaviness or lightness. Warmth or cold. Any ebbing and flowing of anything at all. Just that equanimous immediacy. Not really vital and vibrant, without an edge. And if you like, we could imagine that the entire body is just one edgeless field of one sensation. Not really a collection of many, but just one edgeless radiant field of sensation. The whole body, everything again. Whatever's happening is that. Perhaps that sensation, that whole field could seem to be apparent in the cranium, the skull, feeling the brain inside of the head. And you could imagine that both hemispheres of the brain are like closed up hands that could just gently release and open. Although your two hands, once curled up into fists, could just gently release and relax. And all of the sensations around the forehead and the crown, the sides and the back of the head, just all likewise release and relax. And there could also be a gentle release of the eyes. Similarly to both hemispheres of the brain, all of the muscles inside, around, and behind the eyes could just soften, soften. Everything in the visual cortex, regardless of if the eyes are open or closed, could just totally soften. In the cheeks, the nose and the mouth, all of those muscles around the face, and the whole facial expression could just really relax and release, soften completely. The jaw as well, the hinges of the jaw. Just imagining the hinges of the jaw around that region where the ears are, just below and behind the ears. And just really melt effortlessly. Opening up into the mandible and all of the muscles and tissues around the neck, sides of the neck, back of the neck and the throat, all just allowed to Really relax and soften. Soothing massage throughout the whole region of the neck and the cervical vertebrae and the upper spinal cord. The shoulders as well, and the shoulder blades really deeply allowed to release here. Any tension or stress that may be held there, not really sensed as a problem or an obstacle, of course, but rather just simply allowed, the open allowance. And the shoulders can just perhaps release a little bit. No effort required for the body to hold itself a certain way here. And the arms too, resting perhaps by the sides of the body. All of the muscles in the upper arms, the biceps and the triceps. Elbows and the forearms, effortlessly resting by the sides of the body, and the wrists, palms of the hands, open and radiant, whether they're facing up or down, on the knees or the lap, or on the belly, chest, or resting on the floor, wherever they might be, just invited to be. Radiant field of sensation and vibration in the palms of both hands and all of the fingertips and thumbs, equally aligned, abundant in that pulsation, in that vibrancy, the vibration, circulated energy, pulsing and tingling through the fingertips and the thumbs. And perhaps that vibrancy can also be felt in the chest, both sides of the chest, as well as the center of the chest, the sternum. Felt equally in the shoulder blades, the trapezius on the back side of the torso, whole energetic quality of openness in the whole chest and shoulder blades, as well as the diaphragm and the rib cage, all moving seamlessly and rhythmically, gracefully with the respiratory tide, in breath and out breath. The belly too, the abdomen, and all of the internal organs inside the abdomen, moving gracefully, changing shape with each in and out breath. And the lower back, the sacrum, coccyx, tailbone, and the sit bones, resting into that safe surface, whole pelvis, all of the pelvic bowl and the pelvic floor, resting, hip joints, all bones and flesh, all around and circulating in the upper legs, front and back, all of the groin muscles and the outside edges of the legs, in whatever position we may be in. Sensation migrating down to the knees and the lower legs, the calf muscles and the shin bone, and the ankles. Nice angle of the feet, heels and the soles of the feet, whether they are situated on the ground in one position or another. Deep invitation for sensation to be gently radiant, open, and inhabiting the soles of the feet. The roots of the body. Just imagine the roots of the body, all of those reflex points in the soles of the feet, connected to the ground, regardless of their position. And all toes, all of the toes together. And perhaps for a few moments, that sensation and vibration so open on the roots of the feet, the roots of the body, that just grow into the rest of the body. Sense of stability and groundedness. Perhaps stillness or vibration, whatever it could be, it's felt here. Perhaps that could just be felt once again in the whole body, from head to toe, side to side, front to back, inside to outside, all dimension covered. And regardless of if it's active or inert, whether it's alive or whether it's quiet, whatever it is, it's just really basking in itself, deeply absorbed and immersed in itself. Nothing there, no one there, just deep bathing, total immersion of the radiant field that we call the body. Glowing with vibrancy and vitality, regardless of its content. Shimmering, shining and sparkling with aliveness in no particular one place, with no particular one direction, just edgeless, luminous sensation all around. Very easily and simply being what it is. And perhaps with the next in-breath, without changing the breath, but just the next natural inhale, we could imagine that all of that shimmering vibrancy of the body could just glow a little bit brighter. And with each exhale, that glowing would just relax a little. Like the sun shining in the sky. You could just imagine that every sensation, every cell in the body could just glow and relax with each in breath and out breath. As though every cell of the body is filled abundantly with prana, chi, energy. It is energy. Just that energy is omniscient, pulsating in every single atom, every fiber, every nerve and organ and gland, glowing and relaxing with each in and out breath. And if thoughts and any mental fluctuations are happening, that's it too. There's also the dance of this thing that we call life force energy. It's all equally that radiant splendor. Ebbing and flowing gloriously without a name. The real vibrancy and vitality of in-breath and out-breath. In-breath and out-breath is expressed beautifully throughout every single cell of the body. In equal measure across the whole field of this organism and this creature. No obstacles to overcome, just the play of light, expressing as all perception is all that wondrous, stark, unconditional aliveness. None of it is something to be dealt with. It just is, simply is. Really expressing all of it, really expressing. All images and mental fluctuations, just like the ocean, waves, surface and deep, in breadth and depth, just equal, in distinction between this and that. All sensation in the body too, it's just like that oceanic roar of pure energy. All emotions as well, feeling tone, like wind blowing this way and that way, no discernment, just all equally that loving splendor of this. The nectar of reality, vibrant without substance, total without source, alive without edge, just simply this. And in the same way, the ocean doesn't really have an edge. In the same way, the body doesn't really have an edge. This timeless appearance does not have an edge. This Yochini session doesn't have a real edge. And nevertheless, there is a soft, slow, gentle transition from stillness to movement, silence to sound, rest to activity. A very smooth, soft, gentle transition that could be allowed to very slowly open down. Perhaps the body wants to start with little small movements. Maybe a yawn, a sigh, or a blow. Maybe a stretch here and there. Eventually opening the eyes, bringing this Yogini session to a very gradual conclusion. Thank you so much for joining the Yogini session today. I hope this gentle, meditative play was nourishing for everyone here and everybody watching subsequently on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, I host these sessions each week, so do feel free to come to the live ones and hang out with us more. Much love. Namaste.